All rise to the holy entourage. Hallelujah! 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 נא לשבת. נא להשתחוות. Please bow your heads and humble your spirits. יהוה שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. יחיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך, יהוה צורי וגואלי. יהוה הוא שבחר בנו מכל העמים אשר על פני האדמה לחיות עם סגולתו. הוא שזכר הברית שהוא כרת באבותינו בימי קודמנו ולא עזבתנו בכבשן בוער בארץ בבל. הוא הוציאנו מהכבשן בוער והוא הביאנו בחזרה לארצנו דרך מדברת ליבריה, והוא נתן בדורותינו רגלינו לדרוך על אדמתה הקדושה של ארץ ישראל, ואנו מודים מאוד לו ונעבוד בהיכלו ונעיד על גדולתו ונהלל את שם קודשו כל ימי חיינו, כי לעולם חסדו ועד דור ודור אמונתו. נהלל יו, נהלל יו, נהלל יו, יו חי, יו חי, יו חי. סלע. קודם כל הכבוד וכל תודות ליהו ישראל מושיענו, אבינו יהו ישראל, הוא ששלח את בן עמי המשיח למען להוציאנו מארץ בבל מכבשן בוער. אנו נותנים כבוד לנסיכיו, לשריו, לעטוריו ולכל חסידיו במלכותו. אנו מברכים אתכם חג שמח ומועדים לשמחה. ערב טוב. I realize there may be some who may not know who I am, so I'll introduce myself. My name is El Ahmad HaKohen. I'm a member of the prophetic priesthood at Jerusalem, along with my brother Abir HaKohen. And we are proud and happy beyond comprehension to be standing before you on this day. In our 50th year in the Holy Land.
Hallelujah.
Shnat HaYovel, the Jubilee year. Shnat HaYovel, The same year that our beloved Queen Mother Khanina turned 100 years old.
Hallelujah.
And we have been told that once one of us breaks through that barrier of 100 years, that the doors are wide open for all the rest of us. So let us prepare ourselves for physical immortality, conquering death, under the auspices of Torah Ben Ami and the kingdom of Yah in our generations. Some want to know why we're here. Very briefly, we're here to advance the interests of Yah. Abir HaKohen, we are blessed to be here.
Absolutely.
And we are here to advance the interests of Yah.
Eternally.
This holy day for us, the marriage of the Lamb. If you are not well read or you haven't studied, you may not know quite exactly what that means. But I'll make it very plain for you and clear in a very few sentences. Everyone sitting in front of me and the two brothers standing here are all lambs. And everyone sitting here and the two brothers standing here are all shepherds. You didn't know? Oh, okay, now you know. No, we are not Christians. And we do not subscribe to any Christian ideology, theology, philosophy, doctrine, ... So, it's just a wonderful time in the kingdom of Yah. You know, we have been so profoundly blessed. Yah gave us a shepherd lamb, and Abba Ben Ami HaMashiach, who wrote a whole series of books and taught a whole series of classes, national meetings on the Shabbat, various different scenarios where he taught his people. And those teachings and those books and those classes comprise what we call Torah Ben Ami. And it is a complete doctrine. And because of our adherence to those teachings, those guidelines such as fasting on the Shabbat, such as wearing a kippah when you study the Tanakh, people go flipping through the Bible for years trying to find out where that is. That's Torah Ben Ami. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So, the shepherd lamb. And he taught us about David. And the thing to know about the lamb, as I close out my opening remarks, there's one thing that the lamb must have in order to be a lamb. And if he doesn't have this, he will not make a good shepherd. Profound humility. And that's why Melech David was singled out in the writings of Abba Ben Ami when he taught in 2006. He taught in the teaching, helping you to conceptualize the Lamb as we approach the 7th year of the marriage realm. And he talked about Melech David and his profound humility that enabled him to bow down in all humility before his maker, before his shepherd, Yah Yehovah. Speaking of shepherds and lambs, most of us here come from Babylon, America. Some of us come from neighborhoods that we certainly want to forget. And in those neighborhoods, we had shepherds. But they were not good shepherds. They allowed anyone to move into our neighborhoods and to exploit us and to prey upon us. So at this time, I would just like to read one thing that Abba said in that class from 2006, I'm sorry. On page of this book, some of you have it, some of you don't. I know you're going to be rushing to get it. This is the summer volume of the Preparing the Perfect Offering Torah Ben Ami. And you will find what I'm going to read on page 60. Page 60. And it reads on this wise. That is the power and the strength. That is what the marriage of the Lamb is all about. We all become the Lamb during the marriage of the Lamb. Understanding that the marriage, understanding the divine order. We committed and we took our vows to accept the divine order so that we would never be without shepherds again.
Hallelujah.
So that we would never be weak again. So that we would never be exposed again. That we would never be prey again. That we would never go into the pasture of the dead again.
Hallelujah.
These are not my words. These are the words of Abba Ben Ami HaMashiach. And what is that pasture of the dead? He referred to it earlier in the teaching. That was the place that those false shepherds took us to eat. The pastures of the dead. And look at us now. He not only was our shepherd lamb, he still is our shepherd lamb because he lives in all of us. And he's given us divinely anointed leadership to take us where we must go. Divinely anointed, not just leadership. Divinely anointed, not just appointed. I said anointed leadership to take us where we have to go. And I love our divinely anointed leadership. Finishing the passage. We will never go into the pasture of the dead again. Saints, you got to feel that. We were eating from the pastures of the dead. Remember, all of you are shepherds also. Again, this is not me, I'm still reading. Remember, all of you are shepherds also. You are to be a light unto the nations. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I think at this time it would be a good thing,
Great thing.
a fantastic, wonderful thing, a divine and holy thing, that we would love to hear the voice of a very unique songbird that we have in our kingdom, a sister, a woman of valor, our beloved sister, woman of valor, Margia.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hokava Leo Yahweh. Avinu. Adonai HaMashiach. Hasichav. Sarah Batorav. Chasidav. Chag Sameach. Moedim L'Simcha. Hallelujah. Oyo Yahweh. When I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made. I see the stars and I hear the rolling thunder. Consider all the world thy hands have made. Then sings my soul, my Savior, you're to thee. How great thou art. how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior, Yah, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, oh, Yahweh. When I in awesome wonder consider all this world thy hands have made. I see the stars and I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior, Yah, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great, how great thou art.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I say the same thing every time after Margia sings, that she adds decades to our lives. Not minutes, not seconds, not hours, not days, not months, decades. Because you can't hear those sounds anywhere else. Toda Rabah, Umnavala Margia.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. At this time, we're going to read from this book, this collection of teachings by Abba Ben-Ami. And we're going to read from the Marriage of the Lamb ceremony, celebration, anniversary from 2014. And it reads on this wise. Reading from the book of Hosea, the 4th chapter, the 6th verse. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of Yehovah, I will also forget your children. Beginning Abba's remarks now. He said, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. How is knowledge attained? How do you attain knowledge? You obtain knowledge through study. Study is not something that falls from the sky. You study as you are instructed by teachers. My people are destroyed for a lack of study. Remember, you never reach a point wherein you get smart enough and you are to cease to study. You never get that smart. That means that you never get smart enough wherein you cease to be taught. Everyone has to maintain that spirit of humbleness. The lack of knowledge is the problem. Moving on to the next paragraph. What is the problem? It is the lack of knowledge. You obtain knowledge through study, and you can rest assured those who have ceased to study are being destroyed. When you understand that, then you become thankful for instructors because sound knowledge is disseminated. You are thankful for the scholars and teaching priests. Children become thankful for parents teaching them. Knowledge is disseminated through teachers. When you cease to study, you cannot keep up. I'm going to read that part again. When you cease to study, you cannot keep up. Subsequently, you become angered and you strike out, and you do not even know what you are striking out about. It could not be about us because you don't even understand what we are doing. Finally, Abba said, "This is the way. Walk ye in it. There will be a revival and restoration of teachers and a restoration of study. We are so thankful. Yah has blessed us. What has made us so great, what has made you so great is your learning and application of the things you have been taught. I am eternally thankful to know and identify the shepherd, lamb, citizens of Yah's kingdom, and to know Yah has allowed us once again in our generations to establish an unbreakable bond."
Hallelujah.
This time, the scroll of the vows. We will read it call and response, as is our custom, as we do. Okay. Analakum. So they don't repeat. Okay. I will instruct you when you are to repeat. We're going to read the title and a short paragraph. The marriage of the Lamb, the scroll of the vows. Take heed and hear all these words which I command thee, that it will go well with thee and with thy children after thee, when thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of Yah Yehovah. For thou art an holy people unto Yah Yehovah, Yehovah Elohechem. And Yah hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. We now begin the vows. You do not have to repeat when I say scroll number 1 and scroll number 2, just the reading of the vows. It's like a vow number 1 and vow number 2, and so on. Vow number 1. I will have no other gods before thee.
I will have no other gods before thee.
I will not bow down to them,
I will not bow down to them,
nor serve their interests.
nor serve their interests.
Vow number 2. I will be thy witness,
I will be thy witness,
Yah Yehovah,
your Jehovah,
thy glory.
thy glory.
I will declare thy glory
I will declare thy glory
among the nations,
among the nations,
the wonders of thy kingdom
the wonders of thy kingdom
among all people,
among all people,
that thy knowledge
that thy knowledge
cover the earth
cover the earth
as the waters
as the waters
cover the seas.
cover the sea.
Vow number 3. I will submit to the order
I will submit to the Lord
that thou hast established on earth,
that thou hast established on earth,
restoring glory to the Adamic man,
restoring glory
woman, and family during this, the regeneration of the Adamic civilization. I will, vow number 4, I will hear thy voice through thy anointed servant, whom thou hast chosen to restore with truth the tabernacle of David that was fallen. We shall close up the breaches thereof, judging and seeking judgment and hastening righteousness. And when they shall ask me, what is his name? I shall declare it to be Ben-Ami, the son of my people. Vow number 5. I will allow thy servant to put thy law in my inward parts and write it upon my heart. And I will magnify thy law and make it honorable. Vow number 6. I will shine forth the light of thy loving kindness upon my brother, my sister, my children, and the stranger that cometh into my presence, that they may see always a light on the path that leadeth unto you. Vow number 7. I will maintain the holiness of thy sanctuary and not defile thy chamber. Vow number 8. When there shall arise matters of judgment or controversy brought unto those thy anointed has chosen, and they shall show me the sentence of judgment, I shall do according to all that they inform me, according to the sentence of the law which they shall teach me, and according to the judgment which they shall tell me, I shall do. I shall not decline from the sentence which they shall show me, to the right hand nor to the left. Vow number 9. I will recognize also the stick of the tribes of Israel, and put it with the stick of Yehudah, and make them one stick. Thus one nation in the land, upon the mountains of Israel. We shall no more be two nations, neither shall we be divided into two kingdoms anymore. Vow number 10. And if the stranger forsake the evil way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, showing forth a contrite and humble spirit, they too shall be abundantly pardoned. I will bring them to thy holy mountain, and make them joyful, that thy house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. מילה,
Hallelujah.
נהלל יו,
Hallelujah.
נהלל יו,
Hallelujah.
נהלל יו.
Hallelujah. The following is the last portion of the scroll of dedication. Please repeat after me, Bavakashah. O Yah,
Oh, Yah,
before thy throne
before thy throne,
I do commit my soul.
I do commit my soul.
I put my trust in thee.
I put my trust in thee.
I am not ashamed.
I am not ashamed.
I surrender any right
I surrender any right
to turn aside.
to turn aside.
I surrender any thought
I surrender any thought
to question your judgments.
to question your judgment.
I surrender even the thought
I surrender even the thought
of having a choice.
of having a choice.
I have no right
I have no right
to forsake you,
to forsake you,
to question you,
to question you,
to doubt you,
to doubt you,
only to be dedicated unto you.
only to be dedicated unto you.
In my regeneration,
In my regeneration,
I hold fast
I hold fast
only to my dedication,
only to my dedication,
to thy will
to thy will
being done on earth
being done on earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
For the captivity
For the captivity
by thy word
by thy word
has humbled me
has humbled me
without end.
without end.
As I was humbled
As I was humbled
before your enemies,
before your enemies,
let me find
let me find
an even greater humbleness
an even greater humbleness
before my Maker.
before my Maker.
May the joy of my dedication
May the joy of my dedication
and servitude
and servitude
in thy house
in thy house
far exceed
far exceed
the disappointment
the disappointment
I've caused
I've caused
in heaven and on earth.
in heaven and on earth.
Oh, Yahweh,
O Yahuwah,
let my dedication
let my dedication
be such
be such
as has been unknown
as has been unknown
in all former generations.
in all former generations.
Let my dedication
Let my dedication
unto thy holy name
unto thy holy name
be manifest
be manifest
in deeds
in deeds
far beyond
far beyond
that which is even conceivable.
that which is even conceivable.
For I want no man
For I want no man
to be able to measure my love
to be able to measure my love
and the extent of my dedication
and the extent of my dedication
unto thee.
unto thee.
Mela.
Mila.
Hallelujah.
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 Selah.
We're going to close with prayer. I want to thank again everyone for coming out and joining us for this joyous occasion. After the prayer, please remain in your places and allow the holy entourage to depart. Anali hishtachawot. Please bow your heads and humble your spirits. Baruch Shem Yehovah Min haolam ve'ad haolam asher lo ha'chokhmah ve'hagvura Hu meshane et ha'itim ve'et hazmanim Ma'abir melachim u'mekim melachim Noten chokhmah lechochamim ve'da'at liyod'ei bina Hu megale amukot u'tzfunot Hu yodea et asher b'choshech והאור שורה אצלו. נהלל את יו. נהלל את יו. Nihalel et yo. 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 Selah. חג שמח, מועדים לשמחה.
תודה רבה. הללויה.
הללויה.
You all want to stay for Shabbat?